The Dallas Cowboys are heading into Week 5 of the 2024 NFL season with several significant injury concerns and a few strategic shifts on the horizon. As the team prepares to face the Pittsburgh Steelers, injuries have become the dominant storyline, with the Cowboys' defense particularly impacted. Injuries loom large, Parsons and Lawrence in doubt. The Cowboys are grappling with the potential absence of two of their biggest defensive stars. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence is set to miss time, and linebacker Micah Parsons is on the verge of doing something unprecedented in his football career: miss a game due to injury. Parsons has played every game at every level of his career, but he's now listed as week to week, with an injury that could force him to sit out. Although he missed a game as a rookie due to COVID-19 protocols, this would be the first time an injury has sidelined him. Parsons, who is known for his relentless energy and playmaking ability, is trying to recover as quickly as possible. However, both he and head coach Mike McCarthy are mindful of not rushing his return and risking further injury. McCarthy hinted that the team is preparing to play without him in Week 5, though they will wait until closer to game day to make a final decision. Secondary on the mend, Carson nearing return. In addition to the losses in the front seven, the Cowboys' secondary has been hit hard as well. Cornerback Carson, a key piece of the defense, is expected to make his return against the Steelers after recovering from injury. His presence will be a welcome boost for the Cowboys' pass defense, which will face a tough test against the Steelers' offense. However, fellow cornerback Darren Bland's status remains uncertain. Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones provided an update, noting that Bland is still working through rehab and isn't as close to returning as Carson. While Bland is making progress, the team will continue to monitor his recovery before making any decisions for the upcoming game. Defensive adjustments. Exploring a 3-4 scheme with both Parsons and Lawrence potentially unavailable, the Cowboys may be forced to make some significant adjustments on defense. Instead of simply plugging in backups at defensive end, there's speculation that defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer might shift the team to a 3-4 defensive scheme, which would place more emphasis on the linebackers, a position group that is one of the team's strengths this season. This shift could allow players like DeMarvion Overshown to take on a larger role, especially as a pass rusher from the outside linebacker position. By leaning into the depth at linebacker, the Cowboys hope to mitigate the impact of losing key pass rushers while still putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Stephen Jones. No midseason trades for now as the Cowboys navigate their injury situation. Some fans may be wondering if the front office will consider making a midseason trade to bolster the roster. However, Stephen Jones downplayed the likelihood of any such move, stating that the team is not actively pursuing trades at this point in the season. While he acknowledged that the Cowboys are always open to communication with other teams, Jones expressed skepticism that any significant deals would materialize this early in the year. He emphasized that mid-season trades are typically initiated by teams looking to offload players, and Dallas will wait to see if such opportunities present themselves. Struggles in certain areas, poor tackling and a weak run game. While injuries have dominated the headlines, the Cowboys have also struggled in key areas on both sides of the ball. Poor tackling by the safeties and underwhelming performances from the defensive line have left the defense vulnerable at times. These issues have caused the Cowboys to rank near the bottom of the league in some defensive metrics, putting added pressure on the rest of the unit to step up. On offense, the running game has been a glaring weakness. Despite the presence of a veteran like Dalvin Cook on the practice squad, the Cowboys' rushing attack has been inconsistent, producing the third fewest rushing yards in the league, 301 yards, and ranking near the bottom in attempts, 85. Cook, who has remained patient as he awaits his chance to make a bigger impact, believes the offense simply needs more rhythm and opportunities to establish the run. McCarthy calls for improvement. Penalties are a problem. Head coach Mike McCarthy, now a quarter of the way through the season, is pushing for his team to clean up some fundamental issues, particularly penalties. He pointed out that penalties in crucial situations, such as on third downs, in the red zone, and in 2-minute drills, have hurt the team's chances to score and control the game. McCarthy acknowledged that the team's discipline in these situations must improve if they hope to succeed in the long term. "I think you are who you are after 4 games, McCarthy said, reflecting on the season's first quarter. However, he expressed optimism that the team can correct some of these mistakes and get back on track as the season progresses. Road underdogs against the Steelers, key matchups to watch. As the Cowboys prepare to travel to Pittsburgh for their Week 5 matchup, they open as 2.5-point underdogs. The game will feature some intriguing matchups, particularly between the Cowboys' offensive line and Steelers' star pass rusher T.J. Watt. Watt, who is closing in on becoming the second fastest player to reach 100 career sacks, will be a constant threat to Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott. Cowboys right tackle Terrence Steele is expected to have his hands full as he tries to contain Watt, who was held in check during Week 4 but will be eager to get back into the sack column. A boost in the power rankings. Despite the challenges, the Cowboys received a slight boost in the power rankings following their Week 4 win, moving up 5 spots to number 14. This places them just behind the San Francisco 49ers, a team they will face later in the season, and ahead of the Atlanta Falcons. As the season progresses, the Cowboys will need to continue improving in key areas if they hope to climb further in the rankings and contend in the NFC East. Conclusion. Navigating a crucial stretch, the Dallas Cowboys are entering a pivotal stretch of the season, with injuries testing their depth and resilience. While they have shown flashes of strong play, particularly on special teams and at linebacker, they will need to clean up mistakes and make strategic adjustments to overcome their current challenges. As they face the Steelers in Week 5, all eyes will be on how they handle the absence of key players like Parsons and Lawrence, and whether they can continue to improve as a unit moving forward.